Hi, I'm Jeffrey, and this is Life with a Pipe. Today I am smoking some Scottish Moor, which is a house blend from Edwards Pipe and Tobacco in Tampa, Florida, and I am smoking it in an Edwards pipe. This is Algerian briar. It is half smooth, half rusticated. Beautiful little sitter. A little heavy to be a clencher, but just on the cusp. I can clench this pretty comfortably if I need to. Tonight is a VR for Pipe Up North, Joshua. He is having a 25,000 views giveaway. Such a cool idea, Joshua. I commend you for being out of the box with this. This is great. He has asked if we would share with him something that we have been collecting since we were young, that we still have part of a collection for. And this is perfect because he does a antique tobacco tin series on his channel, and I have really enjoyed seeing all of those antique tobaccos. It's great that your mother was collecting those and she passed those down to you. It's a lot of fun to see those. Thank you for sharing that with us. In the comments to the GA announcement, I mentioned that I had collected playing cards for Magic: The Gathering. It's one of those it's a card game, one of the very, very early ones. And this was back when I was a very young teenager. I really didn't get into it, but my friends and my friends' older brothers were getting into it. So I started buying the cards and trading with them, but I didn't really play all that much. I can't even remember what a game looks like at this point. It's been so long. I was much more interested in Super Nintendo at that time. I was getting really good at Street Fighter, and that was my focus. So, but I still have those cards. I knew that they were collectible, and I kept them around, put them in plastic sleeves, and that's not my answer for this video, but I will show them to you, just to show you that I still have them. But the more important thing that I've collected and kept till this time are comic books. Me and my best friends would go to the mall every Saturday. My grandmother lived right around the corner from the big shopping mall, indoor mall that was in our area. So we would get dropped off, hang out at the mall, walk over to my grandma's house. She would generally feed us, and then we would get picked up and go home. So, but with all those opportunities, we were always picking up new comic books. And I have gained quite a collection. I started looking for unique items at that time, and I found some really cool stuff and collected series that I was very excited about at the time. The very sad thing about this, though, is that while I was in my early 20s, you know, I had left a lot of stuff at my mother's home in storage. It wasn't a lot, but their basement flooded due to a pipe bursting. And unfortunately, not all of my comics made it out of that event unscathed. So I'm going to show you the box that I keep it in, and you'll see that there are a lot of comics that are no longer in plastic. That's because they got wet and they had to be dried out, and they are not in mint condition any longer. And some of my most prized collections were damaged in that process. So I'm going to move the camera and I'll show you what we got. All right, so here we are. These boxes are the Magic: The Gathering cards. Again, these are from the very early 90s. The illustrator is listed in the bottom left-hand corner here. I have not looked up the value of these since I bought them. So I do know that people still play this card game. I don't know, however, if these cards are still being produced in different series, but these are some of the most early series available. I imagine some of these are worth quite a bit, but I have yet to inquire about that. Don't ask me how to play the game. I have no idea off the top of my head. But to the comic book collection. Here's another box of the Magic. So you can see there's quite a few comic books here without plastic. And the one series that I am most upset about losing is my Batman vs. Predator comic books. I worked so hard to collect all three of these, and they have collectible cards in the back. I really hope they make a movie out of this concept someday. This would be such a cool movie concept. Ghost Rider. This was made into a movie. Unfortunately, they chose Nicolas Cage as the actor, but that was one of my favorites. Got some Spider-Man with Venom. The very first Batman vs. Predator is still intact. It was not water damaged. Loved X-Men, loved Wolverine. Fantastic Four. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Anyway, again, I have not looked up the value of these in a very long time. Something I'll get around to someday. I'm in no rush. It's like tobacco. Set it away somewhere safe, and it'll be better when you get back to it. Let's see some of these damaged. Breaks my heart to see which ones were damaged. Anyway, my mother had hoped that I would start enjoying to read by getting into comic books. She encouraged me. And I enjoyed the collecting much more than the reading. It wasn't until probably my junior year of high school when I discovered self-help books, nonfiction, that I actually gained an appreciation for reading. Wolverine versus Ghost Rider. Anyway, this is a flashback. I do not remember the last time I opened this box. you can tell, I was a big fan of Spider-Man and Venom. Love that they made a Venom movie franchise. A lot of my X-Men's got damaged. Anyway, Josh, thanks for the opportunity to take a trip down memory lane. Again, I cannot remember the last time I actually opened this up and looked through this. Last stack here. I really should take these into a comic book shop and see if there's anything here of particular value. But thanks for coming along. Thanks for coming along with me down memory lane. Joshua, thank you for this opportunity. Really appreciate it. And continue the great work. The next 25,000 views is going to go by like that. Continue the tin series. Enjoy seeing all these antique tins. I hope you have more to share with us. Looking forward to it. Remember, life with a pipe is better than without. Have a good night. Bye for now.